day by day. The way of the drifter warriors can't rely on the bankers, no way.
Good morning. Bix Weir, roadtoroota.com with your morning horn of Z's, your sip of chaga decaffeinated tea. Yes, keep chugging your chaga. Be a chaga gangsta. Vitamin C, vitamin D. What else I got? Zinc, C60, colloidal silver, multivitamins, you name it. Harden up. We're in year zero. Year zero is brutal. And we've only been, a few months into it. That's all right. Keep a good attitude, stiff upper lip. We have a new banner at Road to Ruta. Like I said, I'm redoing the website. Check it out. We also have it's called a banner. I guess this is the banner. Anyway, there's a new top of the Road to Ruta website. Go check it out. Don't forget to subscribe. You get the free email updates. I do believe that YouTube is going down at some time. So you won't be able to see me on YouTube, but everything will be posted on the website. And you can get updates. Just go over to the left side and you name an email in there and you'll get the free updates via email. And we're putting the latest video at the top of the Road to Ruta site, which is really cool. And then there's a Bitcoin, Ethereum, a crypto update on prices. Whoa, look at that. Bitcoin, 833. Wow. Nice job, Bitcoin. Coming up to the halving. Yes, it'll be crazy volatile. It could go up, it could go down. Don't listen to any of the technical traders. What happened last time is not this time. I think it'll go much higher. I'm looking for $100,000 Bitcoin by the end of the month. End of the year. How could that happen? Crashing of the old system. It's that instant. Oh, look at that. Silver's up 3 cents. At this point, I do think the COMEX will be shutting down within a couple months. So if you're going to buy silver, buy whatever they have in inventory and have it sent to your house or wherever you're going to pick it up. Silver in your own possession only. If you don't have a silver dealer and you don't have a local guy, you can call Andy Scheckman at Miles Franklin, and send him an email, andy@milesfranklin.com. And I would, at this point, I'd only buy what he's got in inventory. And he's got a bit in inventory, so give him a call. If you're interested in getting silver, I'd start with your local, though. Go stay local if you can, because if the COMEX shut down, who knows what's going on. You want it shipped. There's always a lag time, maybe a week or so, between the time you order and the time it gets to your house. So make sure that they have it in inventory, or you know what time it's going to come, and then pull the trigger. We're running out of time to buy silver so cheap. Of course, you can't get it at $15. It's probably around $20 or more. I heard Eagles are going for 25 to 30, but hey, I don't know. It's a crazy day in year zero. But here's Good High. I'm not awake yet. Good news from Clif High. Now, Clif just posted a video saying he was looking at some studies out of Europe where vitamin C and vitamin D, which he's been jumping on the C and the D, but mainly vitamin C and vitamin D are going to save you from this coronavirus. And this is an actual study out of Europe, and he explains it all. He's got a new video. Go to his YouTube channel. It's called Critical Thinking, Critical Numbers, and Future History. Yes, we've been hearing about vitamin D and vitamin C. Clif has been screaming about it from day one. Absolutely, everybody should be on that and doing it in high doses. The second part of the video, he talks about the future, and it's not as dire as has been projected. Again, Clif looks at the future in his data mostly picks up the change in language on the bad side, because that's where it's more volatile. And he said, hey, if we can get past these next 3 years, there's some good things that can go on for humanity. Go check it out. It's actually a positive thing. It's not saying we're doomed forever. It's saying 3 years. It's saying it depends on what we do and how we act and how we react to this stuff. But he has the really cool stuff. This is Road to Ruta stuff. It was always in his data that secrets revealed would be happening. All the secrets that we talk about on the road to Ruta, and you see from your greatest conspiracy guys, those are going to be coming out into the open, and that's going to help us move forward. It's going to help humanity move forward. So we're going to get real information on the virus, real information on all the bad guys. We're going to put people in jail. We're going to release free energy. All these high-tech things that we got from the past and had been hidden from humanity. As a matter of fact, the future of humanity is going to be revealed as well. So that's what's going to really get us out of this horrible place to a really wonderful place down at the end of the road to Ruta. But it's looking like it's going to be delayed, the end of the road to Ruta, for, well, see, the road to Ruta has to do with the banking system. That's not going to be delayed. That's in year 0. As a matter of fact, I'm putting out my timeline on the road to Ruta on Friday. And we'll get there this year. We'll get there. It's not going to be easy. Nothing's going to be easy for the next few years. But we'll get there. So go check out Clif's video. Smart as always. And really, his last video was too dire. And I'm like, come on. There must be something we can do. And then he reanalyzed the data or looked at the data, and it looks like there's a potential for humanity, according to Clif's data in Clif. And I love Clif. He's awesome. He's brilliant. I think he's the smartest guy on planet Earth. But hey, he doesn't get everything right. And when you're predicting the future, it's impossible to get everything right because everything changes. And you got to be able to go with it. And clearly, the way we work, the way we go about our daily lives has changed forever. Kind of like after 9/11, everything changed. But this is even bigger. After the virus hit, everything's going to be different. The key is, in the road to Ruta thinking, in my thinking, is hang on to our freedoms and our liberties. Because they're going to come for them. The bad guys this is a fight between good and evil. The bad guys are going to come for our freedom and come for our liberties. We cannot give that up. Doesn't matter how painful it is. We cannot give up that, or we give up everything. We give up our freedom of choice, our freedom of expression, our freedom to travel. Don't let them do it. But they are going to fight back every which way, and here's the latest. UK doctors warn about mysterious new respiratory syndrome appearing in children. Oh, great. Here we go again. A British trade publication for healthcare professionals has just issued an extremely ominous warning. While the world is fixated on battling the coronavirus, a small group of British children have exhibited a mysterious new respiratory syndrome. I guarantee you that's the bad guys. Since the coronavirus fears are kind of starting to wane, it's the bad guys coming in right behind it with another one, and there'll be another one and another one. We need to take the bad guys out. The good guys are waiting way too long for that, or it's going to come time and time again. Anyway, keep an eye on it. That might be their next thing, but I do know what the next big plan by the bad guys is to cut off the food supply. And they're trying to do that with meat right now. Trump orders meat plants to stay open in move slammed by the union. Bullshit. Now, this is from Bloomberg, so obviously it's tainted. So to speak, tainted. President will invoke Defense Protection Act after closures. At least 6,500 workers sickened or in isolation, the union says. We have to feed the world. One of the most important things. Remember, Clif's year 0 had to do with the production of enough calories to feed people. So yes, all you're hearing about all the food problems, that's part of their game. It's another bomb dropped by the criminals, the bad guys. Let's keep food production open. You can keep food production. I mean, you can do it almost all without people involved at all. We got automation of everything. Why not automate food production? It's pretty much automated anyway, right? Now they're trying to shut things down. And Trump's like, hey, you ain't going to do it. I'm giving you all the tools. And then they're going to come back and say, oh, you killed people. People died because they went back to work. How many people are going to die if there's no more food? Right? So, yep, Trump's battling every front. He's got a damn tough job. I've been kind of harsh on him about the market rigging and not moving fast enough, but he's got a damn tough job, and nobody could have done it better than Trump. What if Hillary was president? Right now, we'd have like 666 stamped on our forehead. We'd be living on the chip. We'd be living in squalor. We'd probably be at war. with Russia, and half our country would be disappeared like they want. The Wuhan virus would be, they would have held off even longer, and it would have spread everywhere, and half the population would have died. That's the life of living with Clinton. If that happened, I no longer think she's alive, so I'm not worried that he's not charging her for all her crimes. She's gonna have a really hot spot in hell. That's scary. If you go down to her crimes against humanity and children, oh, it's horrific. So I hope everybody is up on that, and I know a lot of people are finding out about it. So yeah, it was the real deal. That whole Pizzagate thing was absolutely the real deal. Scary stuff, my friends. Anyway, further cattle prices plunged to GFC lows. Amid soaring food prices, U.S. live cattle prices plunged last week to levels not seen since the 2008-2009 crisis, as impacts from the coronavirus are being realized. Livestock traders continue to exhibit concerns that uncertainty for meat demand is a full-year story as restaurants remain closed. The meatpacking facilities have shuttered operations, leaving farmers with overcapacity among herds. Over the next 6 to 8 months, some form of social distancing will remain in place and will likely result in operation limitations for restaurants. Absolutely. Restaurants usually serve bigger portions. I was watching an article or a newscast last night. Restaurants are screwed. The restaurant business is screwed. The alcohol business, at least on-premise bars and restaurants, are screwed. Bars can probably make it through because they charge so goddamn much for the beer, the price of a beer. You buy a 6-pack for what they charge for one beer at a store, but restaurants, no chance. And the social distancing, and bars, they take everything's a little more casual in bars. You get drunk, you don't care if you're social distancing. So, yep, we got troubles ahead for food, and the big one that I'm watching, one of the big ones, pending home prices plummet by record in March, lowest level since 2011. Yes, I do see prices dropping to astronomical lows. Ultimately, by 2030, 90% of the value today will be lost. 90% of the value today will be lost. And that comes mainly because the lack of availability of funding. Already, banks are saying, no, we're not going to refinance houses. They see what's happening. Massive over leverage, 0% interest rates. Everybody was buying a house. And now it's falling apart. And the big mother, holy God, we're about to lose everything. Pandemic crushes over leveraged Airbnb superhosts. Those Airbnb people who bought a bunch of houses thinking, I could do this for a living. I could just buy these beautiful houses. They always go up in price, and I'm going to just kick back and rake in the all the huge money people pay for short-time rentals. Good night. Quote, history doesn't repeat itself, but it also often rhymes, as Mark Twain is often reputed to have said. Before the 2007-2008 GFC, people built real estate portfolios based around renters. We all know what happened there. Once consumers got pinched in the GFC, rent payments couldn't be made, and it rippled down the chain and resulted in landlords foreclosing on properties. Now, a similar event is underway. That is, over-leveraged Airbnb superhosts who own portfolios of rental properties built on debt. We are now starting to blow up after the pandemic has left them incomeless for months and unable to service their mortgage debt. There it is. Airbnbs are done. Companies over. Companies like that. Short-term rental. Nobody's going to go anywhere for a while. And if you have the expenses that you have to keep paying, which with the house, obviously the mortgage payments are huge. If you have no income coming in on your Airbnb, good night. And at the same time, you have the value of the house going down because banks aren't lending. What do? You give the keys back to the bank. Declare bankruptcy and it's over. That's all you can do. And what happens when everybody gives their keys back to the bank? All of a sudden you have these beautiful Airbnb houses in great spots that become available. And everything goes on the market and the prices get crushed. And then everybody with gold and silver that they saved up buys a whole bunch of houses on the cheap. Maybe. We'll see. you don't know where to buy, it's really tough. With everything changes, it's hard to make financial moves. That's why I have been recommending, get your silver, gold if you want it, and your cryptos, get them in your own possession and sit there and hodl. Hodlers will win in the long run. Absolutely. Hodlers will win in the long run. Traders, good luck to you. You're trading against some of the biggest criminals on planet Earth. So good luck to you. But if you hodl with your assets in your own possession, I think that's the only way to go through. You're going to have to ride the steep spikes and the crashes because of the market manipulation. But all these exchanges are going to change the way they do business because it's unsustainable. Wait until you see the oil contract for May. May 19th, they're going to have to deliver. It's going to get really ugly. Because they're not trading oil. They're trading an oil derivative that is manipulated and includes a delivery price in that derivative. It's just ugly. And word on the street is JP Morgan's the one that caused the oil crash. It's a negative. They should be under investigation, being the most criminal bank on planet Earth. But, hey, they got their own agenda, and our regulators have their own agenda. It'll probably take the DOJ to come in again to nail JP Morgan. We will see. But how that criminal organization is still operating is beyond me. I have no idea, other than the bad guys are still in charge of the market. And Steve Mnuchin needs JP Morgan to rig the prices. This is Bix Weir. Don't forget to join the Road to Ruta. Put your email in there for free. And I will be posting this is the private road section. Fear Greed Index for cryptos is at 26. That's pretty low, so it looks like a pretty good time to buy if you're a hodler. Yes, they can put the price to zero, but they can also put the price to $1 million of Bitcoin. So it's all computer rigged. And I will be putting up the 2020 timeline part 2 right here in the private road section. So come join us there. This is Bix.